You stir beneath a velvet sky, the hush of night wrapped gently around you. Above, the stars shimmer like scattered seeds of silver light, and the world breathes slowly, as if the very air waits for something sacred to begin. Welcome to this quiet journey through ancient mythology, where gods, heroes, and wonders gently unfold as you rest. Tonight, let us begin. The moon hangs low over the quiet hills, glowing soft and full like a pearl resting in a sea of indigo. The crickets sing, not in urgency, but in rhythm, the sound of a world exhaling. The grass beneath your fingers is cool with dew, and the scent of lavender and distant pine sways gently in the breeze. You lie still for a moment, letting it wash over you, the cool, moonlit hush. Before we drift too far, feel free to like this video and subscribe, only if you really enjoy these peaceful stories. If you're listening under the stars or on a quiet afternoon, let me know where and when you're tuning in. Now, settle down, close your eyes, and let us begin our gentle journey tonight. A sound begins. Not music, not thunder, more like silk being drawn across the sky. You open your eyes and look up. A shape forms above you, slow and radiant. A silver chariot pulled by two gleaming horses, their hooves trailing mist, their manes catching the starlight like waterfalls. Selene, the moon goddess. She rides across the heavens not to rule, but to soothe. Her gown flows behind her like the Milky Way, woven of moonbeams and cloudlight. Her hair floats in soft waves, crowned with a diadem of crescent moons. She looks down and sees you, not surprised, not demanding, just seeing, like someone who has always known you were here, waiting. Her voice, when it comes, is not sound at all. It is light. It brushes your skin like warmth on winter glass. "You've carried enough," she seems to say. "Come fly with me a while." A staircase of moonlight unfurls before you. Not steep, not hard. Each step is soft as breath. You rise, one foot after another, until you reach her waiting hand. She pulls you gently into the chariot, and together you rise. Below, the world softens. Rivers curve like silver ribbons. Forests bloom in midnight hues. Cities sleep, wrapped in neon dreams, and you look to Selene, and she smiles. "Tonight," her gaze says, "you remember what it's like to move without fear, to glide without needing to hold on." Below, a lake glows. Its surface ripples in a pattern that matches your breathing. Mountains curve in soft shadows like sleeping giants. You feel no weight now, no names, no past, only now, only this. The moon, the sky, and the sound of your soul beginning to settle. "Remember this," Selene whispers, though she hasn't moved her lips. "You do not need the sun to feel warm. You do not need noise to be seen. You do not need daylight to feel whole." The chariot soars higher, and you are not afraid. You are not rushing. You are simply flying with the moon. The chariot glides over a sea of clouds, soft as milk, vast as memory. Below, the world sleeps. But here in the sky, time pauses. Selene stands tall beside you, her silver gown rippling like light through water. The stars seem to bow in her presence, blinking slower as if caught in her gravity. You are not her subject. You are her companion, a traveler, a soul worthy of flight. You glance downward and see something unexpected. A small island bathed in moonlight, shaped like a sleeping face. The trees shimmer with frost-kissed leaves. The rivers sparkle like strings of pearls. Selene slows her horses and gestures softly. "This," she says with a look, "is where dreams are born." The chariot descends, not falling, just lowering, like a feather settling onto silk. You step down onto the island, your feet brushing moss that hums with starlight. The air here smells like myrrh and morning rain. There's no sun, but everything glows, gently, kindly. This is the garden of Hypnos, the god of sleep. Somewhere in the shadows he rests, curled under a tree, wrapped in dreams spun from moonbeams and silence. He does not stir, but the garden responds to your presence. Petals unfold, vines shimmer. Pools of water show not reflections, but memories you didn't realize you missed. Selene watches as you walk. She does not lead you. She lets you explore. You touch a flower shaped like a teardrop and see a moment from long ago. A hand holding yours. A laugh you forgot was yours. You step back, gently overwhelmed. Selene speaks softly now, her voice like a harp string vibrating in the wind. "You do not have to remember everything," she whispers. "Only the things that bring you peace." Scholars still debate whether the Garden of Hypnos truly existed, whether it was a real place or just the space between waking and sleep. Some say it appears only to those ready to forgive. Others claim it is simply a gift the gods offer those who have carried their burdens too long. You do not try to solve the mystery. You simply walk. You pass a pool shaped like a crescent moon. The water glows pale lavender. You kneel beside it, cupping a handful of light. As it trickles through your fingers, it takes with it something heavy, a tension you didn't know you were still holding in your chest. Nearby, a stone arch rises from a bed of violets. Carved into the arch are words you do not know, yet somehow understand. Rest is not failure, they say. To pause is to be whole. Selene nods. You lie down beneath the arch, letting the petals fall around you like soft rain. The stars above blink slowly. The eye like the moonlight through curtains, like the cool side of the pillow, like the voice of someone who never rushed you. And somewhere far below, the world turns. But you drift, held, safe, seen. The sky stretches endlessly above you now, deep and dark as velvet, dusted with stars that blink like ancient eyes. Selene has taken your hand again, and you rise once more, slowly, effortlessly, from the Garden of Hypnos. Her chariot does not rush. It glides, smooth as a sigh, pulled by the silver-maned horses, whose hooves make no sound. You look back once, and the garden is already fading. Not lost, just folded gently behind you, like a memory that no longer needs to be held so tightly. Above you, constellations begin to shimmer brighter, not as guides, but as stories. Selene points, not with command, but with quiet reverence. "There," her eyes seem to say. "Look closer." You do. One star pulses softly in a cluster shaped like a harp. Lyra. Some say it was the lyre of Orpheus, who played so beautifully that even the stones wept. Others say it was the first music ever sung into the world, not by a god, but by the wind. Below that, another, the outline of a winged horse, suspended mid-flight. Pegasus, Selene says aloud this time, her voice a hush. And for a moment, the stars ripple, and you see him, his hooves sparking clouds, his wings shedding moonlight like feathers. You are not just watching stars. You are seeing memory, myth, possibility. Scholars still debate whether the constellations were created by gods or by those who needed stories to survive the dark. Selene simply smiles, as if to say, "Does it matter?" A gust of wind, soft as breath, carries you higher still, and suddenly you are in a place beyond stars. This is Nyx's Veil, the edge of night itself. Everything here moves slowly, like syrup in candlelight. Colors you don't have names for swirl around you. Golds that hum, blues that feel like lullabies. And Selene, she is radiant now, not brighter, but deeper, like moonlight seen through water. In a distance, you see a great river of light, not Lethe, not Styx, something older. It flows between galaxies. Some call it ether, the breath of the gods. Others say it is the path all souls cross in dreams, if they are quiet enough to hear it. Selene turns to you. Selene kneels beside you, her hand brushing your forehead. She does not bless you. She does not need to. She only says, "You are safe now." The room darkens, not into shadow, but into softness. Your breath deepens. Your body grows weightless. And far below, the world turns still. But here, you are stilled first. You do not remember falling asleep, but you remember this. The stars were kind. The moon watched over you, and Selene flew with you, gently, until your dreams began. You are dreaming now, though it feels no different from flying. Selene's moon temple has faded, and in its place is a sky that sways, not with clouds, but with memory. The stars above you pulse like slow heartbeats. The air carries the scent of something impossibly soft, lavender, snow, old paper, and a hint of sea foam. You're walking now, barefoot, not on the ground, but along a path of light. It unfurls before each step you take, made of thin silver thread, glowing softly against the night. Selene walks beside you, not as a goddess, but as a presence. She does not need form here. She is the light itself. To your right, a ripple in the sky forms an open arch, a doorway hung with vines and draped silk. You enter. Inside is a small room carved into the stars themselves, a library, but no books. Instead, the shelves hold vessels. Some are glass, some are seashells, some are simply glowing orbs floating quietly. Each one holds a memory. Not all yours. Some are old, ancient, carried by wind and myth, passed down by silence. You reach toward a vessel shaped like a curled fig leaf. It opens in your hand, and you see yourself. As a child, eyes wide with wonder, looking up at the sky and asking, "Is the moon really watching me?" You smile, because now you know it was. Another memory rises, a moment of grief, not sharp, not painful, just present. You don't flinch, because here, memory does not wound, it glows. Selene's voice floats through the air. You've carried so many stories, haven't you? She isn't judging, she's marveling. You nod, though maybe only in your mind. One orb pulses brighter. You touch it. A night when you felt completely alone, but now, seen from here, you realize the stars were with you. Selene was flying. You never were alone. Some say this library was built by Mnemosyne, the goddess of memory, to keep safe the truths people forget when they are afraid. Others whisper that it is a secret of Selene herself, that she collects these vessels not to store pain, but to remind the sky that love existed. Scholars still debate whether memories are stored in the brain. A final doorway rises ahead, formed of moonbeams. You pass through and find yourself standing once again on Selene's chariot, the sky curling below like an ocean made of dreams. This time, the stars are closer. You stretch out your hand and they respond, flickering gently, like they remember you. You look to Selene. Her eyes hold galaxies, and she says only, "Ready?" You don't speak. You only nod. And the chariot rises again, not fast, not loud, but steady. You are not returning. You are arriving, and sleep folds over you like silk. The wind is gone now, not because it stopped, but because you've gone beyond where wind matters. You lie on a cloud, or perhaps a blanket of starlight, drifting high above even the dreams of gods. Selene's chariot floats nearby, but you are no longer a passenger. You are still, not asleep, not awake, somewhere between, where truth and story become the same. The stars above you blink slowly, as if sighing. Their light drips down in streams of pale gold and violet, forming pools in the air. One by one, these pools become images. You see a child, your younger self again, running barefoot through moonlight. You see a future version of you, pausing under a tree, eyes closed, simply breathing. You see the present you, held in stillness, wrapped in warmth. You are all of them, and none of them. You are you. Selene's voice returns, quieter now, like it's being spoken from your own chest. This is the place where everything is true, but nothing needs to be explained. A soft laugh ripples through the night. Yours, maybe, or the stars. Around you, glowing petals float by. Each one holds a word you never said out loud. Hope, forgive, rest, enough. They drift down toward the world below, planting themselves in dreams. in hearts, in soil that hasn't bloomed in years. You've become part of something larger. Some say Selene gave the moonlight its healing power because she was lonely, that she poured her love into the night to feel less alone. Others say she simply understood that people heal best not in light that demands, but in light that accepts. Scholars still debate whether sleep is a gift from the gods, a biological necessity, or a form of ancient magic our minds still remember. But Selene never needed proof. She only needed silence, and now you have it. Below you, earth turns slowly, like a lullaby being sung by the sky. You can see oceans shimmering, mountains wrapped in mist, and forests that sway in their own secret rhythm. And you know, without question, that you are part of it all. Selene draws closer. She places her hand, a beam of silver light, gently on your forehead. "I will hold your dreams tonight," she whispers. "I will guard the quiet." You close your eyes, though they were never really open. You feel your breath slow, your limbs soften, your thoughts untangle like ribbons in water. The stars dim, not vanish, just relax. You are not fading. Everything goes quiet, but not empty, just full of peace. I sob to say, the story fades like the last flicker of moonlight before dawn. You are floating now, weightless and warm, in a place that asks nothing of you but rest. You've journeyed through starlight and memory, flown with a goddess, remembered who you are, and now you are safe. Let your breath move slowly. Let your thoughts drift like silver petals. There is no need to hold on, only to let go. The moon will rise again. Selene will always return. But for now, it is time.